What's up, guys? Kit Bash Customs here. I know I've been absent, none of the last few days. I've been extremely under the weather. I don't know if you can tell by my voice or not, but I've been a bit sick and coughing and whatnot, and I don't want to make a video like that. So I'm feeling a little better today. I had a request on one of my other videos. Well, actually, his first video, his review. I had a request to talk about how I tightened up the torso joint. If you have this figure, you know that torso joint is loose, but as you can see, like I'm matter of fact, let me hold it by. I'm holding it by his head, and you can see that torso is not wiggling, and it still works and everything. Everything still works fine. He still ratchets and everything, and you can see it's not loose in any way the joint goes. But I had a guy ask me how I did it. And I think in that video, I said I was going to make a video about it. So it's all coming full circle now. And I'm going to show you guys how I did it. It's actually really, really simple. It's a really simple thing to do. And it's super effective for my Pokemon fans out there. All it takes is a little hot glue. Honestly, that's all I used. I have a high temp, low temp hot glue gun here. It's actually on right now because I want you guys to see how I do it. Like actually how I do it. But it's high temp, low temp. I have it on high, and when it's on high, these hot glue like droplets come out. I have one here. Usually there's more, but the glue gun, I just plugged it in, so it's not really dropping a lot out. But I take these and I just cut them in half, or I think I cut them twice. So you take this little hot glue droplet, you can do one or two. I just cut it. I can't show you because my camera is in the front, but you'll see. I'll pick it up again. Cut it in half. You cut this in half, so there's only half of it, like so. It's easier. Well, no, it's not. It's the same. I think this is even too small. I mean, too big. I think I cut it. You can see it again. I cut even more of it off than that when I did it. But anyway, you cut them as big as you need them, or as big as you want them to be, or as big as they'll fit. But let me bring them closer. This is a little dark. See if that can change. I don't know if you guys can see in there. I adjusted my lights. Let me get them back. But you come into this torso, and you put these here. Wow, I just made a bunch of noise off to the side. Apologies. You put these. Ooh, I dropped it. This video's a fumble already. You take this hot glue cut, and you put it here. I'm not gonna stick it all the way in because mine is good where it is, but I'm gonna just show you. You just take it. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can. You take it in there, and that's actually really good. You only have to cut it in half. So if you have a high temp, low temp hot glue gun, just let it drip for a bit. Just let it drip out for a little bit, and it'll give you everything you need. But you just shove it in the joint. Now, it was unfocused. You just shove it in the joint here. So you can see the little hot glue droplet, and you just poke it in there. And I think I did 2 on each side, only because if you do one side, say you do this side only of it, the gap will be uneven. And to me, I didn't want that to happen. I didn't want the gap to be too much on one side. So I believe I put 2 here and 2 here, or 1 and 1. I can't remember. But that's all it takes to tighten up this upper torso joint on this Thanos Build-A-Figure. I'm pretty sure the Walmart exclusive is the same way. You can see the drop really good right there. I'm pretty sure the Walmart exclusive is the same way, and that flew way across the room. You just put a couple of those in there. Like I said, on the Walmart exclusive, this is the bath. I just repainted the gold. I have a card. It'll pop up right now for this video. But yeah, it just tightens up that torso joint. And like I said, he's still full articulation, but the problem with this figure was his torso was super loose, and his legs are super loose as well. That's a big problem with this Thanos mold, but I like it. As far as comic accuracy goes, I like this figure a lot. I made this on Infinity Gauntlet too, because it doesn't come on. But yeah, his torso, I don't know why I can't say torso today. His torso joint is normal now. Like, it works, it's not loose, it doesn't wiggle. He stands up straight. I can't get him in frame because he's kind of tall. My camera's silly. But yeah, he stands up straight now. He'll hunch over if you need him to. He can look up if you need him to. He just does what he's supposed to do. And it's just a simple mod. I'll go over it one more time. I'll go over it one more time yeah, here we go. One more time I'll show you guys. You just take the little hot glue droplet. I have it between my fingers. You put it here. It's really simple. You just have to take your time so you don't scratch your figure. You just take it and then you jam it in. So like I have it, it's halfway in, halfway out there, but you can see what I'm doing. You just jam it in there and it tightens up that joint. Like I said, if you do 1 or 2 on one side, the joint will be uneven. That's not the diaphragm joint. The torso joint will be uneven. So you want to go 2 on here or 1 on each side, however you cut the droplet. 1 on each side, and it'll make it even. So you can squish it back even, but if you do 1 on either side or 2 on either side, this joint won't be even. Like the gap won't be even. So you want to do at least 1 or 2 on each side to even it out, make it look natural, and that's all it takes. Simple. It's a simple mod I did. I don't even know where this came from, honestly, because there's a little droplet right there, by the way. That's a little droplet I use. That's just half of a hot glue drop. It just drips off of here. See it dripping? You just take that and then you go from there. You let it cool off a bit. Once it'll turn frosty like this. It'll turn frosty, and then you just cut it in half. Jam it in the joint, and everything will be golden. Like I said, I don't know where this came from because I had this figure partially complete, and I think I got one of the arms from somebody. I can't remember who came in this wave. But I got one of the arms from somebody, and I finished it, and it sat on the shelf, and because it was really loose, and that was really the downside of this figure to me, was how loose it is. And I decided to repaint it and try to figure out how to tighten some of the joints. I even, if you can see that hole, I drilled out his lower torso. I moved the skirt up, I believe. Drilled out the lower torso, and I went in here and tried to tighten up these leg joints, but it worked for the most part, but it really didn't really. But try to tighten up the leg joints, and then next was the torso. So the torso it wasn't doing what it was supposed to do, what it was made to do, which is not be floppy. Well, apparently it was made to be floppy because it was floppy, but just wasn't acting how I wanted to. So I started brainstorming ideas. I was gonna use double-sided tape. I was gonna use regular blue painter's tape, and I was just thinking of ways to, I thought about putting tissue paper in there with super glue. I just all kind of little different ways to tighten it up. And I had a bunch of these hot glue droplets because usually if I'm making dials, I'll have my hot glue gun on. It'll just be on for hours and hours, and it makes a pile of little droplets. It's crazy. But I just leave it on and mix the droplets. And I said, well, let me give it a shot. And I just took it and I cut it in half. I think I cut it in 4s just to get even sides. I think that's what I did. I took the droplet and I cut it in 4s just to get even sides on this, so his torso was even. And I just started shoving them in there, and sure enough, it worked. I tried it on another figure, but it didn't work because as I moved the joint, the droplets flipped out. But this one, it hasn't happened. If you get them in there deep enough, the droplets won't pop out. They shouldn't pop out. I'm gonna say they won't. They shouldn't. And yeah, that's just how I came up with it. It was just a random thought that I had, and it actually executed pretty well. I was actually really happy about it when it all came to fruition. It was cool. But yeah, that's how you do it. This Thanos bath. If you have the Walmart one, the process is the exact same. It shouldn't differ. I'm pretty sure that one's loose too. It's just the same mold. But yeah. This is the Marvel Legends Thanos bath. This is not the Walmart exclusive. All I did was repaint the gold and put the yellow in the lines just to make it more comic accurate. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Shout out to the guy. I will try to put your I'll try to put your picture in this video so the suggestion comes up. But thank you for that suggestion for the video, and like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I just reached 400 subscribers, so thank you guys so much. Thank you all for being new. Thank you to the ones who've been here. If you comment, I appreciate you. If you watch it, I appreciate you. Make sure, if you want, share this video on Facebook, or however you want to share it. If you know somebody who customizes or wants to customize or anything, just share the video, see how they feel about it, and we can go from there and just grow this into something even greater. I'm looking forward to growing this channel into something great, so once I get back to my daily uploads. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm out.